Alright. What's the deal, family? Welcome back to the place where they do it the best. That's the real TV. You know me, man. I keep doing this to myself, bruh. We are not that no more, man. I've been doing that for years now, though, bruh. And it's hard for me to adjust when I'm making these videos, man. But it's your boy Mo. We back with another video, man. Subway Mo in the cut. You already know what's going on. Gang shit. You already hear me. But, bro, today I'm just coming to y'all because it's something that needs to be addressed, bro. Like, nobody talks about this. We all, every day, we talk about the same stuff. We talk about the same things that's wrong with this video game in particular. We don't ever take the time to talk about why the game is bad or any of that stuff. We just sit here and we talk shit about this game all day. And I ranted about this last night, but I don't want to make this another rant video. I want this to be serious because I want to be heard out by people. Like, I want people to really hear me out for what it is, and so that we understand the problem with the video game and the problem with what's going on in this vicious cycle that EA is creating with this video game. So I started really playing Madden in Madden 17. I was grinding hard at Madden and really focusing on learning how to play the game and get good at it. And now I'm at a point where I'm solid enough to be able to like beat people and play with some really good competition. But I've progressively watched the game get worse and worse, and it's like every year you have to adjust to an even worse video game. You're trying to learn new bad metas every single year because of how they're restructuring the game, and they're not restructuring it in a good way. The perfect example is the real player movement when they introduced the Frost engine and stuff. That was a very innovative idea, but the more that they integrated that system and the more that the players start to move realistically, or it's more real player movement and all the signature animations and stuff, that takes away from the game, because now ultimately our guys are literally drones now. Like, they cannot react to passes being thrown at them sometimes. When players are spinning and juking, guys are running around them and all of that stuff, and it's very dumb to sit here and talk about, but that never happens. Like, especially when you want to talk about real player movement, that never happens. These guys are literally drones on the football field, and it could be the highest of overall cards. It's a drone. They all of these cards have these mishaps like this, and they continue to just promote the idea that, oh well, you gotta have this ability or that ability, and this will do this for that, and this is the counter to this. And it's like, dude, that's the next problem. When you create something bad in your video game, you're supposed to fix it. When the community is consistently speaking out to you, especially the pros are the biggest ones who you should be catering your video game to, not simply to please them, but because they've been playing your video game the longest, and they know what is good about the game and what's not good about the game, and they know what's gonna make people want to play it more. When they're not listening to the pro players, they're not catering to the pros, they don't even make enough updates throughout the game to fix the things that are wrong with it. So it just goes to show us how much they genuinely care about us who play their video game, and the people who put thousands of dollars into this game. They don't care at all. And it gets to a point where it's upsetting, because we talk about things that are bad, and they get us hyped up every year that they've made so many great changes to the video game. And this year I saw very quickly that they didn't change a damn thing. They just added a reason to justify the bullshit. So my quarterbacks have always been one of the biggest problems in the history of Madden, because we want our quarterbacks to be fast behind the line of scrimmage. If I got Michael Vick, Why isn't my 99 speed mikemacc fast behind the line of scrimmage? He should be the fastest player on the field like he was when he played. Well, now they made it a thing to where, okay, well, you don't have you don't have escape artists, so he's not going to be as fast behind the line of scrimmage as he should be. And why is that even a thing? Like, why do you have to have an ability for your guys to perform at their natural ratings? That doesn't make sense. A 99 speed quarterback sitting in the backfield is literally a sitting duck without escape artists. He cannot move his feet. And that brings me to another problem in the game. It's just like, okay, then they bring out all this stuff that's supposed to counter everything, and you get all these guys with like edge threat and like, you know, power specialists and stuff, and they're supposed to counter our escape artists and help out with the run and all of this other stuff. Even like enforcer, down to me talking about people missing tackles or running around. Enforcer is a computer hit stick, so now they're rewarding players for doing nothing. They're rewarding players to just let their guys run around, and you spent money on your enforcer, so he's gonna hit stick and potentially get a fumble because enforcer is that good. But they're adding constant things into the game that does not reward the user. It does not make the gameplay fluctuate and make it, you know, consistent. Like, it doesn't make the gameplay consistent is what I really mean to say. The gameplay is random because our players aren't playing to their abilities. Our players aren't doing what they're supposed to, and in turn, the answer to them is buy more packs so you can get more coins to get this ability or get this player who can get this ability, and your problems will be solved. And that doesn't even solve the problem most of the time. So it's a vicious cycle, and it sucks that the developers don't care. Because when I look at a game like Fortnite, I started off playing Fortnite when it first came out. I completely stopped playing Madden 18 and was grinding Fortnite every single day. And now that I sit back and think about it, I wish I wouldn't have done that, because look at, like, I could have put so much more time into this game to get further ahead. But at the same time, Fortnite easily is probably going to go down as the greatest game of all time, just simply because of the work that the developers do to make sure their game is the best that it can possibly be, and it caters to players from all aspects, whether it's competitive or just recreational play. They are all into building the ideas that people want, fixing the bugs in the game that people want taken out. They're all the way invested, and they watch out for this stuff. Guys like Tfue are out here exploiting the game all the time, and I'm not talking shit about them, because that's just that's just like Madden. We are doing the same thing in Madden. But the more that they study the game and stuff and find all this different stuff, the more that the developers at Epic are like, okay, so this is something that needs to be fixed. Especially when guys are really complaining about it. Okay, this is something that we need to fix. And they do it really fast. They are very up on making sure their game is always 100% catered to players. Always, all the time. It doesn't matter. And on top of that, they're giving out so much to the community. They don't have to do anything, and they're still giving out a crap ton of money. They're giving out like millions of dollars a month just on cash cup tournaments. They do on consoles, PC. They're giving away so much money, and it's just because of the feedback that they're getting from their video game. Like, big companies are talking about Fortnite. You know, Fortnite is on, you know, front cover of magazines. Fortnite has branched out into a brand. They have toys. Every kid in the world across the United States and further out, like in multiple continents, most children that can speak and form good sentences and, you know, have their own thoughts and stuff, they know what Fortnite is. And it's amazing to see what the developers have done. It really makes me hopeful for video games again, because a lot of companies are trying to mimic Epic Games' style of you know, how they're being developers, and I love it because we as the people who play video games, us as gamers, it makes us feel amazing when companies are catering to us and fixing their game to make it better for us, the game that we enjoy. That's why I'm so upset about the whole Madden thing, because Madden is my favorite video game. I'm never gonna, as much as I talk bad about Madden, I can never like not play this game because this is my favorite video game. I love it, and I'm hoping that it gets better in the future, because I could only imagine how good the game could be. You know, like the NFL teams don't even want to sponsor, like all the NFL teams aren't even all in on sponsoring Madden tournaments and stuff, because dude, we sit here and talk bad about the game all year and they don't do anything to fix it. Why would a NFL organization want to be a part of any of that? Like that's a waste of their time, and it looks terrible. That's a terrible look. But Fortnite has taken gaming by storm. It has completely revolutionized gaming. I don't care what anybody says. The way that the developers put work into making their game appeal to everyone, from a competitive aspect and recreational, and just as far as watching it, I think that they have done an amazing job, and I love Epic Games for that. But me personally, I'm never going to be a big Fortnite player, because I've never been all invested into a shooter like that. Like Call of Duty was my thing. You know, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was everybody's game, so I played Call of Duty Black Ops 2 a crap ton. But other than that, after those times, I got into Madden, and I started playing Madden really heavy, and I want to see my favorite video game get to that level. I want to see my favorite video game get fixed and be great, because I love this game and it has a lot of potential, but they have a lot that they need to fix, and it's a lot that I want them to do to let everybody in the community know that they really genuinely care about what we want. Us the players, us the competitive players, the recreational players. Make some balance to where the game can appeal to everyone, and you guys are constantly putting in work to make the game better and better. Even just, I didn't even think about it, but even just down to like the arcade mode versus competitive. Yeah, while you put your game on competitive, it's gonna play a lot better, you know, versus arcade mode. You know, that's for a really recreational game. But there's still things that happen in competitive that aren't realistic, and they shouldn't happen. And it's very frustrating, and that's why I could go on for days about it. But I'm gonna wrap up this video, man, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. Thank you to anybody who watches this video and comments and support. Share this video. We need to get this out. You see my Twitter on the screen, @BoldandMo. Share the video, tag me. I also have Instagram. I don't really use Instagram that much, but this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I really needed to take the time to talk to you guys about this. So I'm going to wrap up the video like I said already, man. Shout out to the 1,300 lovely people subscribed to my channel, man. Hit that like button. Share the video like I said. Comment. And I'm going to get up out of here, man. So let's get it. Come on.